Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. We are finally back for another car stuff video. Obviously, it's been a while. I've done car shows and cars and coffee and whatnot, but I don't even remember when the last time I did a car stuff video was, and I think the car kinda shows that. It obviously has been sitting quite a while, and, well, it's in pretty rough shape. So, I've got a lot of explaining to do. So I guess the first part of this video is going to be a lot of talking, and I'm sorry for that, but I feel like if you're watching this video, you're probably going to want to hear how the car got into this position and why it's like this. So I will say, first and foremost, the car technically is drivable right now. Obviously, it hasn't been driven in a very long time, again, by the condition that it's in. I think it shows that. It kind of mainly started with the transmission starting to leak a bit. We ended up determining that it was the diff inside of the, or I guess, so in front wheel drives it's called a transaxle, but yeah. Basically, that went bad. All the symptoms are there that says that that's what it is. Leaking transmission, burning smell when shifting, hard to shift, like all that kind of good stuff. I obviously didn't want to keep driving it and then have the transmission like completely grenade itself or something, or cause more problems or whatever. So I kind of stopped driving it, and in stopping driving it, it then grew mold all inside of the car, literally everywhere. All over the seats, all down the seat belts, like everywhere. It was bad. Put some mold killer in there, got that stuff kind of killed, but it stunk and I couldn't get everything, so I was like, okay, whatever. And yeah, then I just parked it, and it's now been sitting for 7 months, 6 months, something like that. Because it's
more than 6, less than 12.
Yeah, it's been sitting somewhere between 6 months and a year. So yeah, it's been sitting for a while. I just didn't have the motivation to work on it. I didn't really care. Even before it started having these issues, I kind of was over the car, but you know, I know I've got to get it back on the road, and I know it'll feel good when I do, and it's going to be a long process to get it there, because I don't want to just like fix the things that are wrong. Like at this point, the car has been sitting for so long that clearly I can live without it. So since I can live without it anyway, I might as well at this point just like tear it all apart and start fresh, essentially. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna tear apart, I'm taking out the entire interior, tearing it all apart. We're gonna, again, to replace the transmission, you have to pull the engine anyway, so while I'm pulling the engine, we're gonna redo all the hoses, you know, drain all the fluids, redo all the fluids, basically go over the whole car and see what kind of stuff needs to be done. And with that, obviously, that is expensive, and money is not something that we have a ton of at the moment, so that's why I say it's going to be a bit of a slow process. So if this is a series on the channel that you're like looking forward to, I can't promise that it's going to be a series that's going to happen very quick. Like these, again, since it's been so long since there has been a car stuff video, and even when there was car stuff videos, they were kind of few and far between. I think it's pretty obvious that that's probably going to continue, but this is a start. So here we go. So the first step, obviously, is, well, to get all this grass and stuff mowed down. And I don't know if I'll actually clean up the car yet on the exterior. I'll probably just kind of push it out of the way, get all the grass mowed down, and then again I think I'm going to start working on the interior first. So because I will say, I kind of already started that. I did start tearing apart the interior like a while ago, maybe like a month or two ago, but then I ran into like a very small issue, and well, I said screw it because of the small issue. This time around, I am going to do my best to not let that happen, because I realized that when this car was all I had, I literally, if I would run into any sort of issue, didn't matter how big or small, I would make it work. There was times when we were like replacing exhaust components or engine components or whatever, and we would run into some problem where we were like, dude, how in the heck are we gonna fix this? And we would do it, because I would have to drive the car to school or to work or whatever the next day. And I think that's probably another part of the reason that it now has been sitting for so long, is because just I don't need it anymore, you know? But I think if I can get myself back into that headspace of feeling like I need this car again, I think I can buckle down and get stuff done. So Kyle's out here to move his truck. We're gonna push this car back just enough so that I can mow all this, and then that'll give us a clean slate to work with, at least underneath the car, because I'm sure there's plants like growing up into the bottom too, so, and there's plants like growing into the door, all kinds of stuff. So this will at least give us a clean area, clean working space. So actually, there's literally nothing growing underneath. I guess the fact that I parked it during the winter probably had an effect on this. However, there's like spiders' nests underneath and stuff like that, and also again, moving the car out of the way makes it easy to get the string trimmer in here and just kind of slap all this and it'll be easy to get all this mowed down. So obviously I am no professional, but I would certainly say that this looks quite a bit better. Everything around the space for the car is now flat. So now we got to push this thing back and start digging into the inside of it, I guess. We have moved the car back to its spot, but it pooped, dude. My car left a little gift. Little surprise here. It pooped it. So part of the joys of the car having sat for forever is some spiders have decided to make their home in my car, or at least the car door. So here's a nest here with a spider in it actively and a bunch of eggs and stuff. And it looks like there used to be a nest over here as well, up in the door, and then there's also some like a nest over here too. So, and this is just one door out of 4. Not ideal.
Oh dude, this is like, damn, this is like stiff. It's not like a web, like this is like a shell.
Where did that spider just go? There was a spider in it.
He's in it. He's in the corner.
Oh, there
right
he
there.
is. Okay.
What's the web like? Oh, is it like the one that was under the TV roof?
Yeah, kind of. Wow, dude just went down with his, or her, I guess.
The captain goes down with the ship.
She just went down with it.
Damn.
I don't know if I actually ended up recording that or not, but I tried. I was too focused on keeping my eye on it.
We can probably gut out the interior and then like bug bomb it.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Smoke it out.
Taking the bolts out of here now. I just took those 2 out, and dude, there's literally spider webs everywhere. All I did was go to set those 2 bolts up there, and I put my hands through more spider webs. The spiders have taken over this car, and it's gnarly. But yeah, so now we got to take those 2 out of this side, and then I'm hoping that that's everything I need to take out this whole back piece here. Literally the back seats, this piece that they set into, like, I'm hoping all of that will come out together. I'm happy to report that this door jamb doesn't have any spiders' nests that I've at least found yet. It doesn't appear to be any, so that's good. Alright, so now I just gotta take the seatbelts out from the ends here. I don't know what to do about the one in the middle. I'm assuming that one probably comes out from like underneath or something. And I just gotta figure out how to undo that. Oh yeah, I think it's right there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I think it's that. Ah, I have figured out the issue that I ran into last time. I couldn't remember what it was. And it is having to do with this because the bolt is underneath this metal bar here. And I don't know how I'm supposed to get that out of there.
But remember, when it comes time to sell it, it is worth an additional like 15 cents. So let's put that on top of whatever price tag we're working with.
We got 2 more over here.
All right, 17 cents. So 8,017 cents.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this though. If I haven't sold this car by this point, I'm not selling this car.
Ooh, that's a Target gift card. Give me that shit.
$6.
Oh wait, this is mine. That's funny. It's my handwriting. Who'd have thunk? I wonder if it still has $6.
Worth checking.
That's a coffee at Starbucks.
But it's for Target. You can't, even though the Starbucks is in Target, I don't think you can.
You can use a Target gift card.
Oh.
You can use a Safeway gift card at the Starbucks that's in Safeway.
Oh, you learn something new every day. Anyways, I gotta figure out how to get this bolt out from underneath this. I'll let the professional here take a look.
What needs to go where?
Huh?
So this needs to come off, but the bolt that holds this in is directly underneath this bar. So I need like an open box end wrench, but I don't know how I would even get that in there, right? Does that make sense?
You'd probably need a flexible
That does make sense.
extender for.
Do you know how these are held on? Because
I've already taken all those out. So, but that's the issue, is that in order to, the seat belt is holding all of this in still,
if
essentially.
we can get enough slack to like come around
and
the
also,
edge here.
Oh, yeah, that would work. You gotta take,
a way
yeah,
to
that whole
take
thing.
off the seatbelt from the top. Are you aware that you're
Oh. Okay, thank you.
So you just do that.
You made my, see?
You always keep
This
a
is-
Kyle around for
this is-
situations like this.
This is exactly the point that I was making at the beginning of the video, that like, dude, small shit like that, like, I literally haven't touched this car in like 2 months because of that. I ran into that issue and I was like, screw it.
Why didn't you
And
just
this
talk to someone?
This is what I'm saying. This was my mental block that I was in, is that I wasn't willing to do that. That I was looking for excuses. As soon as something went wrong, I was like, oh, okay, cool, something went wrong. Like, I can give up now. That was the issue that I was having.
I'm surprised we've been together for this long then.
I'm like overly anxious because of all the bugs that are on the car and the
Dude,
fact that I've been.
It got the
in
back of my arm, and I was like, huh.
Like even my tag on my shirt.
Oh
Dude,
yeah, it's
my tag on my shirt. It's been tickling my neck and it's not fun. But
So
that
it's got,
feels
like
like.
the back of my arm, and I was like, I have an idea.
All right. Well, anyways, now that Kyle has solved my problems, time to get that bolt out.
Can I peel this gaudy wrap off of your interior?
Oh, yeah, that was for testing purposes. Yeah, you can take that off.
It's really bad.
It is very bad. It was literally just to give a rough idea of what it would look like. It's really bad
You
for
didn't
anyone.
even take the trim off to do it. You just.
Yeah, I did. No, I took everything out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
It just, I mean, it's like paper wrap. It's meant for like. It's not meant for this. So.
no, it's not. It's supposed
rough.
to be on a flat surface. It's contact paper, essentially.
Contact paper. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. That's what it is. So yeah, it's real bad.
You know what else is contact paper?
All right. Well, ignore the sirens, I guess. But we're gonna take the seats out.
We live in a good area, I promise.
Or
Fire trucks. All right. They're not coming after us.
they're responsive.
and to make sure I don't lose any bolts, I'm just going to kind of very quickly put things back in the places that they came from. So that way when we put the car, there we go. When we put the car back together, it's not like a game of, alright, guess where this bolt came from. It's just like, hey, here's the bolt, here's where it goes. You know, makes it nice and easy. And actually I realize now I don't need to take that out anymore, because the only reason I was wanting to take that out was to be able to get the seats out, but we already got the seats out. Like, I left these ones in. So that is the back seats. The back seat removal, I guess I should say, is done. Now to move on to the rest of the interior. So now for the front seats, which are held in by these crusty bolts. I already got that one started. And then we got the one on the other side as well. And then I got to figure out how to get the ones in the back off. Alright, I got those two front bolts out. And as you can see, here's some of the mold growing in the car. Obviously the seats, there's also some mold on these. So again, that's why we're taking apart the whole interior, so we can deep clean everything. So to get the back bolts off, I guess I gotta take these like plastic covers off. And then the bolts are underneath, apparently. Alright, that turned out to be easy enough. Just yanked them off basically, and then sure enough, bolts are underneath. None of these bolts were as tight as I expected them to be. And that's a little concerning, if I'm being honest. Now with these ones, I'll be honest, because we're kind of running limited on space, I'm basically just going to take these seats. Oh god, this bolt is disgusting, dude. But I'm going to take these seats like out from their holding area, but I'm going to leave them in the car probably. But dude, look at how gross. Come on, focus. Okay, I don't know why it's not. There we go. I was just holding it too close. That thing is nasty. Alright, so now this should just... Yep, that's it. Alright, this seat is free. And I think I might actually just end up putting it where the back seat was. I almost forgot about all of the power-related clips underneath. All of these bad boys. So I guess I better get those unhooked before I try and pull any further. Oh. Wow, these clips were actually surprisingly easy to get off. The only thing is that this one is like one of those weird zip tie kind of dealios, so I'm just gonna have to yank this one out of here. That's harder than I thought it would be. I might need pliers or something. Or I might need a Kyle. Kyle! Can you come help me yank this thing out of here? Got one of those little zip tie clipperoonie things, and I can't get it out of there. I feel like I've almost got it, but I can't get it. Alright, scissors have been acquired. Nice. Seat is free! Alright, I moved the seat into the back, and then you can see what it looks like underneath. Again, obviously pretty gross. I am following with what I said. I'm putting all the bolts back in their holes. and we're just gonna keep the train rolling. So I'll probably pick up the mats now, and then I don't know if I'll be able to get the other seat out, because on this side I moved the seat forward so that way I could actually get to those plastic covers and get them taken off. And the battery is so dead that I don't know if I'll be able to move that one forward, because that one's a power seat. So we'll have to see. It might already, I sit pretty far forward, so it might already be far forward enough that I can just take them off and then get to the bolts anyway, but I don't know for sure. So I guess we'll see in just a second. But either way, first I'm going to get all the mats kind of rounded up, and I'm probably just going to leave them on the seat for now. But either way, that cleans up the whole carpet to be ready to either be taken out or to be vacuumed and, you know, steamed and all that kind of stuff. So now that I'm over here actually looking at the seat, I realize that we have the opposite problem, which is that the seat is actually too far forward, I think, to get to this bolt. That doesn't seem like enough space. I might be able to get it with an open end wrench or something, But either way, not ideal, and I don't think, yeah, definitely not enough power to move the seat. So at least we'll be able to get the back ones off, for sure. And again, I think with an open end wrench, we'll be able to get the front, but I don't know for sure. The lighting's not very good, but I've got my open box end wrench. And I think this is gonna work okay. Yeah. Not super ideal, but it does work. So that is another issue that was a non-issue. It just makes it more time consuming, because I can't just, you know, ratchet away at it, but hey, better than it not working at all. Front bolts are out. Now this time, I'll actually show you how these covers come off. Basically just pull that corner, and then it just pops right off. I gotta be honest, when I first saw all the clips, like underneath the seat that needed to be taken apart, I got super scared, because I'm so used to clips like in the engine bay and stuff that have been dealing with the elements, and so they're impossible to get separated. But these ones literally all just came apart in like a second. They were super easy to get unplugged. So driver's seat is now completely separated from the car. We can move it into the back seat, and I think that's where we're gonna wrap up for the day. As you can see, got both the seats just kind of stacked up back there. But either way, we've got the whole area, whole floor area all cleared up. I mean, not all cleared up, obviously. There's still like tools and stuff, but ready to be cleared up, I guess. So I would say that this was a very successful day, and I definitely needed this. That is going to do it for today's video. Felt good to be back. Like I said, I definitely needed this, even though obviously this stuff was fairly simple. I've literally made any excuse to not work on my car. So to work on my car for a little bit and actually get something completed felt really good. And again, I'm feeling excited again, which I haven't felt excited to do something on this car in ages. I won't ramble on too long. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. And hopefully I'll see you guys in another one very soon. Peace.